Hi guys. We're going to Johnny's. Guys want to go to Johnny's? Huh? Hell yeah, guys, let's go to Johnny's. Yeah.
That's right, guys. I'm going to Johnny's this morning. Those two motors that I took out of that convertible top that I got, there's an easy fix to fix those motors. So I am going to do that here. Maybe later. I don't know if I'll do it on this video. Maybe, whatnot. But there's a shear pin on the motor itself. There's a gear on the end of it, and there's a shear pin in there that you know, what keeps the gear spinning. But supposedly they must shear off, thus shear pin. But you hammer what's left out, put new ones in, and then they work again. So that'll add value to the car. I'll put two more motors in there and they'll go with the car. So you know, it's a common issue, and it'd be nice if that thing happened again, you could just swap them out and then fix the other motors. So it's a win-win, really. What else are we gonna do today? I don't know. I want to power wash the carpet for the car, but I'm not putting it in for a while yet. It's probably gonna go in after paint. I don't know. It's gonna be buttoning it all back up. It's gonna be like a last step. I got to do some welding and add. You know, I got to put that piece in the floor where the seat bolts down. A couple other things. So it's gonna be a while. Also, be on the lookout here soon. I have hashtag Stewie stickers coming out. He looks like a little demon on there. And then Sean from Nabori hooked me up. He has a vinyl cutting machine, and he printed me out unwrecked banners, window banners that just say unwrecked on them, and the lettering and everything. So that was really cool. He's sending them out to me here soon. Let's hit the road and get to Johnny's. You gonna miss me where I'm going? Huh?
Say, Dad, don't touch me. Oh, it's not big enough for him. It's not big enough for him.
Also, here is the headlight I got. Like I said, very cloudy. Needs restored. Here's the hood I got. No dents. You know, clear coat's a little faded, but whatever. I need to measure these seats and see how wide they are, because I don't want to put a seat that's much wider than this. I could probably go maybe an inch wider, but I don't want to go too much wider. I did just use some tire shine on the top because it was dry and faded, and I wiped it in. It actually made it look a lot better. So yeah, it's in there. It's great. Okay, so there's several different ways we can adapt another seat to this. One being to unbolt the actual seat from the whole track assembly and bolt a seat on if we can find one that's close. The next one being taking these brackets off and welding or bolting them to the track that comes on the other car. That being said, that they line up and everything. Another thing I need to look for is make sure we have a seat belt anchor on the side of the seat. But like I said, if not, we can probably unbolt this seat from the track and keep everything like this part all original and just replace the seat itself. But we'll see how it goes. I think there's a lot more to that, but hopefully we get some seats we can use. I'm gonna take this bolt with me, so if there are ones that have the seat adapter on there, we make sure this threads in and fits it. So, you know, I'm just crossing my fingers I can make something work. I mean, I don't see why I couldn't. It just might be a lot more work than I want to get into on this. Also, guys, with this project being my big project right now, I've opted not to change the interior on the Xterra. We're just gonna have to like really super clean it, make sure everything is spotless inside. I need to, you know, I need to move stuff and get it going, because I don't know when the garage is going to start. Like I said, the excavation is going to start here soon, but then I don't know how much longer it's going to take till I might have to fight with the township about getting a building permit, because the ordinance guy is being real picky with stuff lately. So we'll just see how that works out. But you know, once the retaining wall is up, then I at least won't have to worry about the mud and stuff coming into my driveway or into my work area. We could probably stone all of this and it'll turn out, you know, half decent. Oh, Hellcat, is that a demon? I have never seen such a thing in my life. I know people do this kind of stuff, but there's a guy here with a Mitsubishi SUV and he has every stick-on mod you can put on it. Vents on the hood scoop. Look at the trim going down the sides, a vent in the back, behind the back windows. Ridiculous. That's like 100 horsepower. Oh, another good news. I'm almost to Johnny's, but wanted to update you guys. The Subaru is done. Jerry called me. It's a little bit pricey, but that was because he fixed the rust damage. Well, not damage, but the rust on the back wheel wells. So, yeah, it's basically a new Subaru with 188,000 miles on it. Look, parked beside that nice Mitsubishi. I think they ought to race. What do you think? They really ought to start paying me for advertising. I don't know if they even watch my videos. Johnny's! Well, there's this. Oh, they're gone. If I don't find any good seats today, or ones that I think will work, let's start and sprinkle. I'm gonna just get seat covers, and we're gonna clean the seats up and then cover them. There is also no seats in this one. Bad seats in that. One seat in this, and I don't like those seats anyway. This SX4 has decent seats, but that tire's all over them. But they don't look that bad. They're black and gray. I don't know that they even work. There ain't even enough room to get in here. They are manual seats. They're not bad though. It's an option. Hey Sean, I don't know if I can help you out. This has a running 2.3 liter in it. It's got 140,000 on it. It's still in here. 150 bucks. This is the second. Well, it's the 3 hatch that they got in. Yeah, somebody raided through the trunk. I don't know why. Didn't take anything. And these seats aren't bad looking at all. I actually like these ones. But I don't know if I can even make them work. I don't even know. I don't know how you can get that up. Grab some tools. The seat itself is even a little bit skinnier width-wise. Let me unbolt this and take it out, and let me see what I'm looking at on this thing. Guys, don't get mad at me for this. I'm second guessing myself right now, and I have a lot in the Eclipse, and I still have a lot to go. As much as I do like these seats, and I think I can make them work, I think I'm just gonna hold off for now. Yes, I can mount the seat anchor here, but then I gotta slot a hole so that it doesn't spin. The anchor bolts for this actually will fit in here. I was trying to get this out, but that that washer right there smashed tight, and I can't get it to come off of there. But you know, I could use those bolts and Loctite, and I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is put this back in the car, and if need be, I decide I do want to go with these seats, I'll come back and get them. But I think I'm just going to I'm going to clean them up and throw, you know, some seat covers on for now, just because, like I said, I'm already up in price on it. In fact, I'm pretty close to, if I add in paint and everything, pretty close to what I can get out of it retail, and I just don't want to get in too deep, if you understand me. You know, yeah, I don't have unlimited money like some of these YouTubers, so you know, I got to stay within my means and my budget. So just, you know, try to understand me on this one, that I'm gonna pass on these seats, even though they're not that expensive. I can get 2 seat covers at like Ollie's for 10 bucks or 20 bucks, where these seats are gonna cost me 50 bucks for both of them, and then I would have to cut the rivets out on both sides, mount in the track off the old seats, just so I can, you know, get it to fit. And then that's not even saying everything's going to fit up right. So instead of taking a gamble on this one and then having seats that I can't use, I'm just going to clean up the original seats for now. If need be, I want to come back and get good seats. These ones are here. There's another Mazda 3 up in the parking lot here. There's several of them actually. So I'm just going to throw this back in the car. I'm just cruising through the yard now just to see what all they have. If there's anything I missed, or, you know, I just want to see what they have. I already looked through the bottom part of it. This is the import yard. Not going to the domestic yard today, but I did want to look around here. Supposedly there's a Gallant. I just want to see, actually, there's what, a Lancer down there? Or a Gallant? I need to look and see which one has the 2.4 in it, and see if it has, well, right there, there's a Gallant, but that's too new, I think. 2.4, I need the AC compressor off of. But like I said, I'm pushing that off. There's that old Triumph. Boy, cars are getting buried with weeds. Now this is the Myvec. Ooh, this is the Myvec 2.4. So it's, if it's a 2.4, I don't even know what it is. I can see the compressor over there. Kind of looks the same, but it's down in there. It's buried in the weeds. Here's a convertible Eclipse. I'll tell you what, their tops look very similar. Okay, the rods are different, I can feel, but they do look similar. I wonder if it's like the same type of setup. And motors in there at a different angle, and they bolt different. But it does look similar. The motors are a lot easier to get at on these ones. So this one has a leather interior. See, I wouldn't do that. The rest of it's cloth seats. I'm not going to put leather in with cloth. But this ought to have 2.4 in it. Newer one. Or V6. No, that's the 6. Somebody started robbing parts off of it. I've worked on these before. I can tell you what, I don't like them. I don't like them at all. There is another Eclipse. Right over here is pretty smashed looking. Let me go over here. Oh shit. I got a newer Sonata. My brother needs parts for his. Holy crap. Yeah. This thing's junk, but front runs. These things actually have a really good motor in them. They have like 200 horsepower. Or fairly close to it. Oh, an engine. Oh, let's lift the whole hood. This is a 4-cylinder. But I can't get it out. Let's see. Yeah, that compressor looks different than the one on mine. Plus mine bolts Well, the motor sits on there different. Over here's where the pulleys and stuff are on mine, on this side. Oh, look at the AEM intake. It's been on there for a long time, rotten. They should change that filter out. Yeah. This thing has headers on it as well. I don't know if that's the stock intake manifold. I don't know. It might be. I don't know if they look like on these. But I didn't look at the inside. Leather seats. Or no, they're not. They're cloth. They're pretty similar to the ones that are in the car I have. This seat's probably tore, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's seen better days. It's got mold growing on it. But, let's see. Oh yeah, it's all duct taped and, ow. Well, I'm the whole way at the end of the lot now. I'm sorry if there's wind noise. There's really nothing interesting here. I'm not getting the seats. We're gonna go to Ollie's, Harbor Freight, and Surplus City so I can get some sheet metal, because I'm gonna need some for there's certain areas that, like the seat, the strut tower in front, just certain areas I'm gonna have to put some patch panels in, but we need to have the sheet metal to do it. So let's get on the road again. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Like, I kind of do want to get the seats, but I need to hold back somewhere. Like when I found those struts last night and I had to blow $85 on the struts and the caps, I need to slow down. Like, I have everything priced and I'm already going over what I wanted to spend. So yeah, it sucks to cover a crappy seat. That's something I would tell a buyer if they were going to buy it, but it's still not out of the question. I looked at, you know, a couple cars and I seen what seats I might possibly use if I do. I should have took measurements on the tracks and I didn't, but you know, it is what it is. Let's go get everything we need so I can replace that windshield when I get back. What is people's fascination with stick-on stuff? I mean, yeah, 25 horsepower, but I've gotten cars that were in better condition than that from Copart, and that's probably a clean title. How do you run with no marker light? I don't understand. Use hand signals? So I opted for this windshield cutting tool. The other one it was like piano wire with two handles so you can work it through. I feel like I would cut that seal on the window if I tried to do that. And I want to try to save that seal. So with this, I'll have a little bit more control to work around it and hopefully get it out. I mean, regardless, it should be fairly simple to get the busted one out. I mean, because it's busted. I can kick it out and then just cut around the edges and hopefully save that seal, which may be what I do. But I want to try to get two pieces of cardboard that are big enough to cover most of the windshield, or I can cut out to fit most of the windshield, and then I am going to use packing tape or duct tape around the edges to hold the cardboard together on both sides, and then I should be able to kick it out in one piece, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Yeah, you know it. Good stuff. Yeah. Buddy, why are you at Surplus City? Alright, so I got a bunch of plates of steel. Good shit. This is 2 1/4 inside diameter, both ends. From what I looked up, that was what I believe the exhaust size is, and I could be wrong, but it was $1.79, and these were 99 cents a piece. Last stop to get urethane to seal the window. Couldn't find it anywhere else, so I know they carry it. That tube of caulking was $28. Yeah, it's a little expensive, but that's the only stuff they carry, and it's 3M, which is good shit, so that's what we're using. Let me put it to you this way, guys. I just screwed up. I went to put the top down, and it would not go down the whole way. It kept stopping. It would stop like 3/4 of the way down, and it wouldn't go. And I couldn't figure it out. I was messing with it. I couldn't figure out what was going on, and I thought, let me try to assist the motors. I pushed down. I was pushing on it. I snapped both of those aluminum arms now. Both of them are busted. So I only have one good one, and then I'm gonna have to get them welded somewhere. I did figure out what was holding it up. One brace arm needed to be pushed down, and then it would go down. Just, you know, it is what it is. I got, you know, gonna have to either get one of these fixed, or I got the one off over here, so I can at least put that one in. But maybe I'll get this one welded, the one that's left, and try to go from there. I don't know. I was just pretty upset with myself for busting those. They didn't really hold up to much anything. But I got the outside of the windshield taped. I have some errands I have to go run real quick. I need to tape the inside yet, and I never even realized that. I'm going to take the cloth off of that visor. It's just going to be plastic, because that looks like crap. This one's all plastic. It's going to be hard to tape this up. Let me turn the key off now that I screwed up. See? Let me show you guys. Check it out. This one broke right past the weld. That's crap. And what was holding it is, I saw right here how I saw that arm, and I thought that doesn't look factory. I went and looked on that one, and it has the factory one on there. It's not like that. It's a little bit weaker. But anyway, that, let me see if I can get it to do it again. Basically, it was up like this. It was, when it went down, there, it was like this. So it was stopping it right there, and this just needed to be pushed in for it to go down. That's all it needed. There is a good side to this. Those arms are what make the top flop out. It still works. The motors still work. It's just you have to assist it a little bit right now. So basically you have to flip this and then close it. Well, I mean, open it. And oh yeah, and then this arm right here that gets stuck. It needs to be tucked behind. So it's still not really too bad. I'm gonna hold off on getting that arm for now. I'm gonna try to get them welded and tuck this stuff in. It is a little wore. See, these are supposed to be elastic straps, and over time the elasticity kind of went out of them. So but it still works. I mean, you just have to assist it at this point. I'll work on getting those arms fixed, but I'm not really worried about it because I can still shut it. Okay, yeah. It's not as nice as those Mazda 3 seats, but I'm glad I didn't buy those seats because of what just happened here. So this is what they're gonna look like. All I did was cut a little hole in the side here for the seatbelt piece to come out, and then I took a little lighter and just singed around the hole so it wouldn't fray anymore. And then that's how it fits. I mean, it's a little saggy. I mean, what do you expect for $4.99? You tuck that piece back through there, and that's how it fits. This is how it's gonna be. Yeah, let me see if I can pull this a little tighter. Okay. Yep. That's how it's gonna be. Okay, so I pouted over that arm being broken there for a little bit, but you can't let it stop you. Got to keep moving. So, right here is the one off my old top. I'll have somebody weld it, whatever. Here's a new engine mount for the front. Right there's both my new control arms. I need to finish taping the inside of the glass, and then I'm going to try to cut that out of there. So it helps to remove this outer trim first. So it's off there now. I'm going to use this old convertible top as a table. I'm going to bring my glass out and set it out here. I need to clean that up and then stick it onto the glass. But I'm going to do that like last minute because the urethane, I'm going to put a little bit around the glass and stick that on there. And then urethane around here once I get it all cleaned up and stuff. But there's another thing I wanted to do, and I don't know that I'm going to do it. I still might do it. I'm going to paint this black up around there, but I'm going to have to mask that seal off or whatever. But I wanted to paint this black, so I'm going to have to sand it and everything. Note to self, should have went with the piano wire thing. Look at that. We're going back to Harbor Freight tomorrow, and I'm returning that piece of crap. It bends. It bends when you're pulling it through there. I mean, this is supposed to be for leverage, but that just can't hold up to the leverage. It twisted it and it snapped off. So we're going to take this back and get the other tool. Since that foiled my plans of getting that glass out today, I got to loosen a couple spots, so I get that piano wire bullshit thing they got. I can fish it in there and just bust that thing out, hopefully. But we have other things to do on this, so I'm just going to keep moving forward. I was thinking about going to Harbor Freight and taking it back now, but why stop now? These suspension parts, they might not fix the wheel problem. I might still need the top control arm, but the lower control arms are the most common thing to bend whenever you see a wheel like this. And it's probably going to throw my alignment off if they aligned it like that. If the top control arm is bent the same as the bottom ones, then I don't know. We'll see how it turns out here. thinking it's about time to regroup and come hit this again tomorrow, because this is one of those days when nothing's going right. I know you guys have those days too. I'm having one, and I'm thinking it's quits for today. The only other thing, my impact will not take the axle nut off. I do believe the lower control arms are bent. If you cut it the whole way to one side, they hit each other, and they're not supposed to do that. I looked at them, they do look a little bit different. It's hard to tell without, you know, actually having them out and looking at them. Also, I don't know about that shock mount. That's kind of, I can't tell if that's right or not. Last thing I'm going to try is my dad's electric impact. I don't think it has any more power than my impact has, but it's worth a shot, I guess. I'm going to douse this thing down before I leave, go down there, and I'll be back, and hopefully it'll do something. I don't know. Well, that electric impact is actually junk. You might as well throw that thing away. It has way less power than this thing, so it did absolutely nothing. The only next guess thing to do is to put the wheel on and put it down, put some pressure on it. I'm going to pop the center cap out and then try it again with my gun. I'm still trying. I'm about to give up though. I'm serious. Alright, so good news. This is actually what is bent. I can see it just looking at it now. You see how this doesn't make a 90-degree angle. It's like, you know, it's close to a 90, but it's not. Look at this one. It is a complete 90, if not a little bit past a 90. So that is what is bent. The front one's probably not bent, but it wasn't that expensive. I think it was $15 on Rock Auto. So we will go ahead and replace it too. Yeah, so that's good news to me, because now I know exactly what is wrong with it, and I know that this will fix it once I can get this nut off. So I'm going to continue this, trying to get this off of here right now. I'll replace the back one first, and then we'll see where it's at, and then we'll replace the front one. Do you think that maybe this is going to make a little bit of a difference? Just a little bit? And there you have it. I did one successful thing today, besides just run around like an idiot and buy stuff and not be able to do stuff. I am leaving the front control arm off right now because I can't get to some of the stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait, and I mean, it's on there now. I'm going to wait until I take it down to my dad's. Oh, there's another thing I broke. That center cap. Broke that center cap trying to take it off because I think somebody glued it in. So yeah, they look shitty anyway. So we might get new center caps. I don't know that it'll even stay if I put it in there. But yeah. Apparently they pop in from the inside, not out from the, I don't know. Anyway, it's busted. I broke it. So it's another thing broken. But that did fix the suspension issue. It was that control arm. Thank God for that. Here's the junk one. So if you have one and it has a 90-degree angle on it like this, it is junk. So I got a pile of scrap. So tall. This guy's supposed to come get it all. And I was hoping to have the windshield done, so I had the hood off, so whenever he takes everything, he can take that hood too.
I don't want to leave the engine out in the open. But I did something successful. I'm done. I'm done for the day. I'm happy at that. So if you enjoyed watching me break shit, go back and check out some other videos, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.